Hello everyone, today we are going to be working on this asymmetrical pendant. It's quite simple to make, but it's also very elegant. So to start off, I'm going to give you the tools and material that will be needed for this project. We are going to need some 20 gauge wire, and here I'm using copper wire, so it's going to be 20 gauge copper wire. Now for the wrapping, we are going to need some 26 gauge wire, and I'm also using copper for the wrapping, so it's gonna be 26 gauge copper wire. For the tools, we are going to need some pliers, and we need some round nose pliers, chain nose pliers, flush cutters, a metal file to file the end of the wire, and most importantly, we are going to need a bead, and I have a marquee shape flat bead, and it is drilled on the side. Now that we have everything we need, let's get started with this project. I'm going to start by cutting 20 inch of the 20 gauge wire, and I'm cutting way more wire than I need just to make sure I have enough wire. So if you have a larger bead, the 20 inch of wire will be more than enough. It's now time to work on the pendant. I will start by stringing my bead into the 20 gauge wire and push it in the middle of the wire. So this will be my frame wire. The 20 gauge wire will be my frame wire. Next, I'll just use my fingers to push the frame wire on each side of the bead so that both sides cross on top, just like that. With my chain nose pliers, I will now bend each side of the frame wire straight up. And you have something like this. Now, to start with the wrapping, I will need about 40 inch of my 26 gauge wrapping wire. So the weaving pattern that we are going to use, I call it 2213. So we are going to wrap both wires twice and the bottom wire only 3 times. So both wires, but 2 wires twice, so that's 2 2, and we bottom wire only one wire 3 times. So that's 1 3. I will continue wrapping this way until I have a section that is about 3¼ inch long. So please follow along with me. At this time, we are done wrapping the frame of the wire, and this frame wire will be used to create a bell to hang a chain, as well as a decorative side element. I'm going to use my round nose pliers to form the bell. I'm going to position the wrap section in between the jaws of the pliers, just a couple of centimeters above the bead, and then use my fingers to wrap the frame wire around one jaw of the pliers like this. And this will be the back of the pendant. Here, I'm using my cane nose pliers to gently pinch the bottom of the bell just a little bit to reduce the gap between the bell and the bead. The bell of the pendant has been formed. Now time to move on to the decorative side element. You want to hold the bell with your non-dominant hand in between your thumb and index. With your dominant hand, bring the frame wire from the back of the bead around the base of the bead and wrap it all around the front and back of the bead. The frame wire will now be on the left on the back side. Bring the frame wire again around the front of the bead like this. I'm now going to use the remaining wrap section and shape it around the side of the bead, just using my fingers. Once I reach the bottom tip of the bead, I'm going to bring the frame wire around the back like this. Now I'm just going to add a couple of wraps to the frame wire, following the same pattern so that the wrapping continues on the back of the pendant. I am now going to continue shaping the frame wire around the bottom tip of the bead to form a complete loop. I am happy with the way it looks, so I'm using my flush cutters to cut off the excess wire. And then I'm going to use my metal file to smooth the ends. The ends are really smooth now, so I'm just going to use my chain nose pliers to nicely shape the ends of the frame wire around the bottom of the bead. And there you have it, the pendant is ready. Time to add a chain.